Hi there, Aquarius. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we're looking at December 14 through December 20. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm so excited about the holidays and New Year. And I do feel like this year has gone incredibly quickly, but now we're getting towards the end. It seems to be going incredibly slowly. So I think that's just my impatience, as I said, to get to the good part, because right now there's just a lot of work to do, as you probably are doing yourself. And this week, Mercury in Capricorn, Mars in Libra, Venus in Scorpio. There's a lot of different planetary activity, converging. And what I did want to tell you this week was that with Mercury in Capricorn, tunnel vision, obsessiveness is going to make this a rather tricky time unless you're a detective, a scholar, or a researcher. On Sunday, December 20, fast-moving Mercury leaves Pluto in the basement of our minds, getting into a fight with Uranus, your ruling planet, which is in Aries, which is always happy to get into a fight. This is the second time that Pluto and Uranus have squared off against each other. With this energy on board, Sunday could be a day of surprises or even shocking revelations. Be sure to get your beauty rest because this is going to be a mentally exhausting week. Now take note of that, because the last thing you want to do is have a mentally exhausting week. No one wants that. So what can you do to make sure that you don't have one? As much as I'd love to tell you avoid Capricorns, that's not really the answer. The answer is that if someone comes to you with some crazy story or far-fetched story, or they want you to help them uncover something, simply don't allow yourself to be talked into doing that, Aquarius. People need to work these things out themselves, and far too often we get caught up in, what you might consider to be mysteries, or whether a friend of yours, boyfriend or husband, is running around on her, and you do your own investigation and super sleuthing, and it usually ends up no good, because believe it or not, and this is the case with many of my clients, is that you can run around and you can find out information, and you can help a friend who thinks that her man or woman is running around on him or her, and you'll present the evidence, and there'll be all sorts of hell let loose. But then a couple of days go by and everything's just fine with the couple. He or she has come up with some good excuses and, made the other person feel like they overreacted. And you can be the bad guy because you are the one that dobbed in, so, either him or her. And you're never to be trusted again, and you're not welcome. And it's amazing how people will come to you for help and advice, and you'll give it to them, or you'll throw in a couple of extra comments, and those comments make their way back, usually in bed, to the couple, and you're made out to be the bad person, or you're made out to be jealous, or you're made out to be a destructive influence within the relationship. And as I said, many of my clients have come to me with this issue. So my advice always is, do not get involved, because when people are sleeping together, they're in love, they have a life, it's a very strong bond, even if they're not sleeping together. So, when you've really got to make sure that if someone says, I need help with this, you work out how to say, it's going to come back on me though, so I don't particularly need that. I have enough in my life. And, really bow out gracefully. And that could happen this week with an Aries or a Libra. So just be on the lookout for that. Have a wonderful week. Great speaking to you. I do look forward to speaking to you again next week. Check out my 2016 Outlook and be kind to yourself, Aquarius.